Welcome to the Coaches Show postseason edition now with Taylor Jacobsen. And Taylor, you guys have now won 6 in a row, qualified for the Heart of America tournament. How's it feel?
Feels really good.
Yes.
Probably no better way to explain it. It feels like exactly what I think I thought it would feel like, and I wasn't always sure that we were going to be able to experience this, so I'm really excited.
Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about that, but let's just, you guys get in as the number 7 seed, 13-13, but 12-8 in the Heart of America Conference because you won back-to-back games last week over CMU by a point. Big game in Fayette, Missouri on Wednesday. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. I think that game was mentally tough, just like knowing kind of what was on the line, but I thought our girls stepped up to the challenge and did a really great job. We always talk about throughout the year that we just have to win by 1 point. That's always actually been our thing. So it was very funny when we were done and they were like, Coach, you always say we just got to win by 1. I'm like, that needs to go on a t-shirt because that was exactly what we did. And that's really all you have to do, right? So it was great. I think our girls just did a great job of like finishing the job, which has not always been something we've done and we have been doing recently. So it was great to see them do that consistently against hard teams the last couple weeks.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you follow that up a game against Park. I don't know if it was pressure or whatever. You guys did not really play well for about 3 quarters, but then you win the fourth quarter 18-8. You win by 4. You clinch your spot. Yeah, talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I think especially the first half of that game, we just could not find our flow. It could have been, the pressure. It was senior day for them, which I feel like the schedule is always kind of off, and our team is very we like our schedule. We're a little superstitious. So I don't know if that part got in our heads or what, but yeah, they also like kudos to Park because they have really good ball pressure and they really played into our weaknesses and made us turn it over 28 times in that game. So that was a mix of bad on us and good on them. But I think that we've kind of proven to be a second half team. And I think going into the locker room at the halftime, we definitely knew that in the back of our heads, like this is not irreversible at this point, but we just have to show up and we just have to play better than what we just did that half. And our team did that in the second half. We won both quarters and played well. And like in the fourth quarter, we kind of just took off enough to get a lead and then maintain that lead.
And you end up winning by 4 in that one. It's not often you're going to turn the ball over 28 times and still win a basketball game, but you guys were able to do that, executing in the fourth quarter. We've talked about this before, but just sort of like the ascendancy, if you will, of Abby Williams, double-double in both games last week. She just continues to step up when you need her.
Yeah, she's like very much a part of like the core and heart of this team. There's a couple girls I would put in that, and she's become this whole season a big part of that. And I think like as a guard, I think it's really hard to get in there and rebound as much as she's rebounding, and we don't have a lot of depth, seeing that one of our post players is no longer here the rest of the season, and that's kind of taken away from our size and inside looks. So we're kind of just working with 2 posts at the moment, and so when she can go in there and do that, it makes up for the weaknesses that we were feeling we were going to have. Sure. And I mean, scoring wise, she's done a great job of that really the whole season, but this like her rebounding presence has been so helpful. And there was a couple times in this last game, especially, that we had at least 4 offensive rebounds, which we haven't seen in a long time. So that was promising. It was just finishing those. But and I think she was a big part of that, just that hustle and heart that she does every single day.
Yeah, and Riley Jansen, huge in the fourth quarter. She ended up with a double-double, and she had a lot of points and rebounds in that fourth quarter. She was huge.
Yeah, another part of that, like, heart of our team.
Yeah.
And she does that, and we know we can rely on her, and I know she probably feels the opposite, that she struggled, and that's what good teams, when they scout you, they will do that to you. They'll scout out, who those people are on your team, and they've done that to her. So just adjusting to that, and she still makes it work. And we know that at the end of the day, like, she's one of those people that have gotten us to this point. So you got to go to her. You got to give her the ball at the end of the game.
Yeah, I want to take you back just for a second because at one point, latter portion of the season, you guys are sitting at 7-13, and we had a coach's show, and we have our best conversations after the camera is like not on. But you really felt like this is something your team could do. Like looking at the schedule and looking at how your team was playing, we knew you guys were close, but what made you believe that you guys could do this? Like, you're 7-13, and now all of a sudden you're in the Heart of America tournament.
Yeah. I would say that maybe I'm delusional, but no, I'm just kidding. I genuinely am like, I don't know. I just think you can win anything you want to win. And I believe that like in a team setting, if you have the people on the team that are all in that same mindset, you can do anything you want. And I look at my team every single day in and day out, and I see them in practice where nobody else sees them. And I know that in our locker room and in our practices, like that is a belief that we have, and we've had it the whole season. And we also know that a lot of games we lost this season, we didn't lose by much, and we always knew we were at that cusp. And so I think that like our team really has a greater purpose that we're playing for, and we all have different things. But I believe that we show up every single day with that same mindset that we can beat anybody we want. It's just we just have to do it, and we know what those problems are, and we've been able to fix them. And I don't know, and kudos to my team, because really genuinely like the leadership and the way that girls have stepped up and just taken over, like it has become a player-led team, which for a coach, I think that's a dream. Like that's what you want. And for this all to happen in one season to me is like, it's kind of insane, like to watch how this has all worked out. And it's really them. Like they've done such a great job. So it's cool. I'm really excited.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's important that you believe you could do it. It's more important that they believe that they could do it. And I think that speaks to the core of your team, the heart of your team, up and down the roster, really, not just your, core players or whatever.
Yeah.
Everyone has pitched in and everyone has really contributed. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. Well, the reality of it is you guys not only qualify for the tournament, but you're the number 7 seed. But it gets tougher now. Benedictine, you guys have to go there on Wednesday. This is a team that you guys lost to by almost 30 last time you played them. What are the challenges that Benedictine brings, and how do you guys have to handle that?
Yeah, I think they're really good at defense. I think they have a nice half-court defense. They trap a lot, which, again, is a little scary because that plays into some of our weaknesses, right? And so I think for us, like, just knowing that and being able to kind of combat that a little bit with better decisions, maybe, a little bit of strategy in there of where we're going to place people and things like that. But I think that Benedictine, the hardest thing about them is that they are a winning program. And I think that when you step into a winning programs team postseason, you have to know that they know how to win, and they've been here, done that, and they're receiving votes, and they're on the right track. And so we have to come play our best game because that is what it's going to require. And I do think that our team is ready for that. I think they're ready to step up to that. And I actually genuinely do believe our team believes we can win this game. And so, like we said before, that's really all you need, right? But they're a good team. Benedictine's a really good team. So I'm interested to see how we handle them the second time.
Yeah, and you go into it, if we're being honest, you got nothing to lose. Everyone's looking at that like, oh, Mobap's got to go to Benedictine. Good luck with that. Well, you guys have thrived on that for the last 4 or 5 weeks now.
Yeah, that's the best place to be. It's like the most fun place to be when nobody thinks you can do anything and you believe you can do something. I think that is like a really easy place to be. A lot of freedom comes with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Alrighty, that is Taylor Jacobsen. This is the Coaches Show on the Spartan Digital Network.